For many decades, we didn't really know much about Afro Peruvians in general because the concept of ethnicity in the country was based on the language. So the Afro Peruvians were lost in those who speak Spanish. But recently, because of some special studies like the one conducted in 2014 and the census last year, we now know that there are almost 1 million people, and they have several conditions, socioeconomic conditions, that really put them as a very vulnerable population. My focus on Afro-Peruvian girls' completion of secondary education was because primary education has already been achieved in the country, like in many other countries of the region. However, in the case of secondary education, we still see a gap between boys and girls. In several regions of the coast particularly, you can notice that there are more boys than girls, Afro-Peruvian girls, than that complete secondary education. That is because of several factors that I try to explore and to analyze in my paper, in my policy paper. Some of them are really important because Afro-Peruvian girls sit in the intersection between gender inequality and race discrimination. The main reason why I started doing this research is because I found really unfair that Afro-Peruvian girls had to pay the consequences of being born in a poor family because of the color of their skin, or because they were born in a very sexist society. So I think that every human being should develop their talents and skills, no matter the level of education of your parents or your level of poverty. Some of the things that I found were that parents' level of education is particularly important because there is a positive correlation, meaning that if your parents completed secondary education, you will probably go beyond that. If your parents have no education, it's more likely that you don't have much education either. The other thing has to do with also with poverty, which means not only monetary poverty, but also, for example, lack of access to information, relevant information for you to take advantage of some opportunities that the Peruvian government has created in the country to encourage, for example, children who are doing well academically to be in a very high quality schools. I believe the quality of democracy is when the way a country treats their minorities. And I think that minorities deserve to be taken into account. They deserve to be seen. They deserve to be visible. And in the case of Afro-Peruvian girls, I think that they deserve to complete their secondary education. They deserve to have a career if that's what they want. And they also deserve to be treated equally with boys.